Hello and good Monday morning to you, my bookish snow owls of very snowy city macaroon delights and wanderings. Welcome to January's third episode of our weekly reading book review. What a day. So coffee cheers to you from snowy Staten Island. This is not my normal backdrop because I'm on the road. Headed home, 2-day journey starts today. So I still packed what I read last week to tell you all about it and let you know what I'm reading next and the one book, because I controlled myself, I bought at the Strand last night. Okay, so here's what I read this week. I'm reading through Shakespeare's plays in 2025 alphabetically. So our number 2 read was Antony and Cleopatra, which I posted some quotes for you to choose from. I have drawn the hand lettering for you. I just don't have all my markers with me, so I will post the chosen quote next week when I get home. So that was entertaining. It was a lot of just war and battles, and now we have an alliance, now we don't, and wife swaps, and it was just ridiculous. But I stayed for the romance. I don't care about the politics and war. Also, the Kanuka craft cover. Lovely. The other one I started and finished last week. This is The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. Just read that backwards for you. Please be impressed. I added it on as book of the month, but I did see it at the bookstore, so it's available. It is a thriller mystery. Entertaining things about it. 1, easy to read. Thank you. I was totally distracted by the title, because usually I'll just read a book and not be looking for the significance of the title. This one I kind of did, so I was overanalyzing. Wait, which character is the last one at the wedding, and what do they have to do with the reveal? And so I was obsessed with that. But it was very what I appreciated about it. It was kind of written from a with my beat up fingernails, so you can see the title there. It was written from a middle-aged man's perspective, but it wasn't obnoxious, and it wasn't anything to do about women or being attracted to them. Anyway, I liked that we're seeing things from his perspective. His daughter is getting married to a very wealthy family, and so the wedding is at this super elite family compound, Vermont cabin campground with all the, let's just call them servants, employees, whatever, making it pretty. And he's like, something is not right with the situation. There are 2 rather graphic plot twists, brief but intense. So if you need trigger warnings, let me know. But yeah, really engaging mystery, wedding and family dynamics. Also kind of, I'm talking too long. I'm sorry. I'm not enough coffee yet. Really exploring the themes of Last God of the Woods, Liz Moore, last year. Excellent book. I'm not saying it's as good as that one, but same kind of family campground, rich people mystery versus the working middle class, and the different lifestyles we lead. So if you love that one, desperate for something else, read this one. If you want a good book, read this one. And then if you want an excellent book, go read Last God of the Woods. It's just God of the Woods. Sorry, I'm getting confused with this one. Just God of the Woods by Liz Moore. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know if you have questions. I don't know if I made any sense just now. The next one I read was this illustrated middle grade book. This is The BELLWOODS Game, written and illustrated by Celia, Krampien. This was very spooky, so only for your braver readers. There is a town tradition that every year on Halloween, the 6th graders, 3 students are picked of those who volunteer, volunteers tribute, and they have to ring the bell, or the malevolent spirit who lives in the woods will make bad things happen for the town for the next year until the game is played again. But if someone wins, the person who rings the bell first gets a wish granted. Last year's winner's family won the lottery. So yes, there's some very spooky illustrations. I could handle it. I'm a grown-up. I've evolved from scary cat childhood me. Still can't watch it, but I'm getting better about reading about spooky things. But her art style is very it feels like graphic novel illustrations, which is great. And I love that she got to write her own book and illustrate it as well. So also shiny cover. Yay, snow glare on the shiny cover. So BELLWOODS Game, Celia Krampien, for your braver mystery, very unlikely friendship, middle grade types. Cool. Okay, the only other one I read, I got this during B&N's holiday sale where a bunch of books were 50% off, and I was like, ooh, Susanna Clarke's new one. I knew it was a smaller book. I did not realize it was this small. Look at the font size, my friends. This is basically a children's short story with art. Not there's anything wrong with that, just not exactly worth the $17 cover price. So not mad I read it, it just wasn't a lot of book. I feel like the afterword was my favorite part of it was the afterword as far as Susanna's, all the little things we collect in our life to make new art from other artists. And so the musician that she realized, oh, I kind of followed this album in writing my new mythology for this feral sister who adopts a wild bear cub in the woods and is never seen again. That's the whole story. So it'll take you maybe 15 minutes tops to read if you study the illustrations. And it's a beautiful cover, shiny. You see that nice gold gloss, but maybe just get it from the library or borrow it from your friend. Cool? Okay, Susanna Clarke, The Wood at Midwinter short story. Obviously for the author of Pirenzi and Jonathan Strange, Mr. Morel. Book of my heart. Okay, currently reading very slowly. Also, my apologies to book club, my friends. This is the book. I brought book club votes. You bring recommendations, we put them out, we put little tickets in the jars we want to vote for. And I hadn't read this book yet, but I found it. It's a very beautiful book, physically. And the blurb on the back is like dystopian New York City with ghosts. I'm in. This is the weirdest book I've ever read, and I started it, and like 30 pages in, I was like, dear God, what have I done? Should I cancel book club and tell everyone to return the book to the bookstore? Like, there's different books for different people. However, I have never read a book in which cockroaches make out. I'm not exactly okay with that. So hopefully it'll be a brief book club discussion and we'll just make a craft or something because this is awkward. Some of it's good. There are lots of beautiful lines I've underlined, but boy, oh boy, it is different. So here's How to Fall in Love in a Time of Unnameable Disaster by Muriel Leung. Can't say as I recommend it, but if you want some weird literature, go for it. I do like that it's breaking all the rules, like different sections, or sometimes it's a podcast transcript, sometimes it's an essay, sometimes it's from her neighbor, sometimes it's first person from her, sometimes it's just a random third person omniscient. So I don't mind reading it, except for I don't need to know about cockroaches making out. Just me. Also, it's kind of graphic and weird, as in like the person she's currently, I'll just say it, sleeping with, although she's in love with her ex-girlfriend uptown, who may or may not have died in an acid rain fire, doesn't have a head. He lives and they communicate and they make out, but he doesn't have a head, and it's strange. And people are born with gills and stuff because toxic rivers. Weird. I plan to clear my mind next. Gotta finish book club. Orphan Island, Laurel Snyder. Looking forward to this. I've heard her interviewed on podcasts or heard people recommend this as a favorite all-time book. I don't know, but I need to read Orphan Island, Laurel Snyder, middle grade. Keep you posted. I mean, it kind of looks like a sad cover, but I don't know. It should be lovely. And my one book, I did buy 50 postcards for my Patreons yesterday at the Strand, so I spent a crap ton of money there. And you know, it was my own fault for going into a bookstore, but I did buy one book, so be proud of me. This is Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson, and you know, you got me with the signed, because other books I can buy other places, but look, and it was a decent signature. It wasn't just a that looks like half a letter, so I'm excited to read this. I've heard great things. One of my favorite writers, nonfiction, Lindsay Deloach Jones over on Substack, Between Two Things. Please follow her. She's so wise and brilliant, an excellent writer. Anyway, she loved this book last year, and I think I heard Jenny interviewed on a podcast, and I was really intrigued by her process and writing, and it sounded like a fun read. So this is grown-up fiction, family drama, but also apparently laugh out loud funny, and I need some comedy in with my tragedy. So there's Pineapple Street. Yay, signed edition from the Strand. Okay, gotta throw the books in the bag and hit the road down south. It's about 6 inches of snow on the ground. The road should be clear because, you know, they actually have salt and snowplows up here. So coffee cheers to you. Let me know what stories you've been reading, loving, enjoying, and I can't wait to hear from you soon and talk more art. And crayon boxers, obviously no mail today, but I will leave them with the front desk. Prayerfully, I'm about to sneeze too. Sorry. Prayerfully, they will mail them. So those New York City postcards from the Strand will be out to you tomorrow with a New York postage. on it. So hooray for snail mail, and I'll talk at you guys later. Love ya.